Still trying to build the other franchise to show what different players you could try to trade for in Madden 21. I'm still going to be using the Dolphins for that. If you want to see a different team, or if you want me to go through a Madden 20 build with a different team, then just put that in the comment section. I'll try to work through that. Different players that I'm looking for. If you're on a team, or if you're deciding to use a team that is, say, a little weak on the offensive line, the Raiders have quality offensive linemen, regardless of what your opinion is of what your opinion is of that team in like reality. For the sake of Madden, that team has quality offensive linemen. Incognito is a 90 overall. Trent Brown is an 87. Hudson is in the 90s. I mean, that's 3 out of 5. Colton Miller, Jesus, is a I want to say he's a 73. That just leaves one other guard. So I mean, compared to a team like the Dolphins, or maybe even a lower tier team that might not have the best offensive line, I mean, those are 3 or 4 starters that you can get for. I don't think they would be that difficult to acquire, because of Incognito's age. Trent Brown would be a little hard to get. Hudson might be. If I was going to work a trade, I would do Hudson, Incognito, and Colton Miller, because Incognito, you might get a year out of him, maybe. Hudson, you'll get 2 or 3 years. And Colton Miller, you still have him on his rookie deal. The only issue with Colton Miller is that 5th-year option, when it does come up, are you willing to pay that for a 76, 77 overall by the time it's all, by the time that year's over? Someone else I'm looking at and just trying to build the pieces to be able to trade for, or that I would look to build the pieces to trade for. Brendan Scher for the Washington football team. I believe that's what they're going by right now. But I think with his speed, his acceleration, his agility, he can actually play either tackle along with it. He can play any position on the offensive line. So having that flexibility and being able to go out and get a guy that has that versatility just based off of his attributes, in my opinion, would go a long way to helping a team rebuild and strengthen the offensive line. How do you frickin' fumble? How does no one tackle him? He's just okay. Okay, just focus. But that's my thinking, is that those are players that I personally am going to look to try to trade for or acquire in Madden 21. You could also maybe go after God, what is his name? The left tackle for the Texans, Laramie Tunsil. I realize that 3 years, $66 million is a big contract for a left tackle. I would need to look at the amount of money that would be locked in as a bonus, because if that is a bonus-laden contract, which if memory serves, I want to say like 20 mil might be in there for bonus. I mean, 3 years at 40-ish, you're looking at 14. It's doable. I wouldn't, you really have him for 2 years, and then that 3rd year you're going to trade him. But there's just different options out there to be able to go out and find a quality offensive lineman that you're actually able to utilize and acquire. I mean, if you can build wide receivers, or if you have a team that already has wide receivers, you could probably send them to the Texans, because the Texans got, if you remember from the offseason, they got rid of Hopkins. They still have Fuller, and I want to say they brought in Cooks. They brought in Brandon Cooks too. So I mean, there's depth there. I don't know if it's necessarily quality depth. I would have to look at. You know what? I've got my phone. I'll just pull up the overalls.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Filter team.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Apply that, and then. Dang. All right, so their best wide receiver is Brandon Cooks at an 85. Will Fuller is an 82. Kenny Stills an 81. So, I mean, if you have quality wide receiver depth, you might be able to slide that in there. Also, cornerbacks are real weak on. Oh, I guess this is week 15. I thought it was week 16. No, it is week 16 because of the bye. Never mind.
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team and as an organization and say, okay, what are we really trying to accomplish here?
There's also linemen on the Vikings. Bradbury, however you say his name. And they have a center. I want to say it's F-line. I'll sort that. And again, I'm just spitballing players. I haven't. Unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to try the beta of Madden 21 or work on different pieces of it to have any sort of insight. But really, I'm just looking for linemen that have speed to be able to get to the second level. That if, say, my starting left tackle goes out and I have a great backup center, I can take my center, slide him to left tackle, and I'll be fine. Having that interchangeability between your linemen, in my opinion, is key, and it goes a long way to building a successful team and a successful franchise that's going to get picked. If you don't have that ability to interchange your players or move them around, in my opinion, it limits what you can do. If you have 5 guys on the line, you're a little bit more. You have a little bit more adaptability to what the game is going to give you in the draft. If the game gives you maybe one lineman that's a legitimate first-round draft pick, and he's at a right tackle and you're losing your center, you can kick him in or do whatever. I think that having that little bit of interchangeability is key. Oh, that's Jarwin. Why is... I thought it was Gibson that was in. Oh, my. Okay. First of all, I'm going to fix my depth chart because that's not right. And I need to fix that after this game. Yeah. A guy that's 1 point better is on the bench. Why? Come on, what are we doing? Oh, and I didn't put Henderson back in.
From the gun, Weaver. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown.
Also, if you're not necessarily the biggest fan of the Dolphins, but like different players that they have, I'll tell you right now, the Dolphins have 1 D tackle listed on their entire roster. It's Devon Godshaw. Every other player is a left end or a right end or whatever. Now, they have more players that can play D tackle. They have Christian Wilkins who can play D tackle. They have the guy they drafted out of A&M or Bama, one of the two. But they've got players that can fill the D tackle mold and fit that position.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the results for them have not been strong.
They also have a lot of players mismatched at outside linebacker. It's not Lawson. It's not Carl Lawson. Shaq Lawson is listed as an outside linebacker, and I want to say Ugba's listed as an outside linebacker too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson to the
Oh my Lanta Conley. He's dragging him by it. Why? You think? Come on, bud.
So they'll take
Come
the
on.
yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that
I need to get.
just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
I need to get my. Was it Crocker? I need to get him back, but he's going to be hurt for a hot minute.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I don't think it's going to be. don't think it'll be a run. I'd be surprised. Nope, nope, it's a run.
On second down, it's
Wow,
Johnson.
I blew that.
He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15
Oh, I didn't even
yards.
see
The
David
Texans
Johnson when I was
pick up the first
reading over
down.
who the Texans have. Okay.
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it? 3 plays, 3 first downs.
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Yeah, no.
It's a
Let's
loss
try
of
Quinn.
2 there, bringing up second down.
Oh, I wanted to look up the line. Let me look at the lineman for the.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown
Oh,
there,
Brian
maybe he
O'Neill, their
shouldn't
right
have.
tackle, 79 speed, 84 acceleration, 78 agility. Garrett Bradbury, their center, 75 speed, 84 acceleration, 73 agility. That's from the Vikings. Those guys, now they're going to be young, so they might be a little expensive as far as what you have to give up for draft capital, but they have the speed and the versatility to be able to play positions. Pretty much play any position.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape.
There's just a lot of versatility there. Yeah, Duke Johnson's an 81 overall, but David Johnson is listed as a 77 in Madden. Wow. Just saying, this guy is garbage. And the only decent lineman I'm seeing on the Texans is Tunsil. Yeah, Tunsil's their best offensive lineman at an 85. So if you're trying to find, say you love Brandon Cooks and you want him from the Texans, give him lineman. Say you want Laramie Tunsil and you're like, man, I gotta figure out something to be able to trade him other lineman other than a left tackle, and I'm sure that trade will go through. That might be something I look at. Really the only, well, not the only, the lineman I'd be willing to trade away would be Ted Karras, however you say that. It's the center that signed as a free agent from the Pats. He was the Pats starting center last year after Andrews. I don't think he retired. I think he might have set out the year or been hurt or something, but oh, Gibson wants a touchdown. Yeah, buddy, I'll work real hard on that. Okay. Not the 2-yard line. Like, what's your ideal?
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, I need to start floating that. I don't have. What's his name? Gesicki. I don't have Gesicki out there, so I'm gonna start needing to float first, please. Seriously.
And that means 4th down.
I just can't get sacked and I can't get tackled for a long. There's gonna be a blitz. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the ball when you load the box. It's okay. Is that a surprise pass? They came out in a 3-4. For the record, that's what happens when you don't do your adjustments for the pinch buck 0. And if you don't get a good jump, the slant is open. If you're playing a user, they'll probably cover that and drop back into almost sort of a QB spy or a mid-zone kind of feel. But if you see the computer come out in a 3-4, a quick slant is going to be your best friend. Yeah, I'll burn a timeout there. Let everyone get some water.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Weaver brought in over the middle by Glenn. And they're able to work.
I'm gonna hurry up and try to get to the line. I realize it's gonna chew up a little bit of clock. Reason I'm going hurry up there is because I intend on calling a timeout after this play. And assuming I can. What? Come on. You get the inside angle and then you just can't come down with it? What are you doing?
Felt like it was in the air for a while.
Well, yeah, because I had to. Okay.
come from a long distance and have a chance to affect the pass.
Tighten down. There you go. Forced out to his left. That's complete to
Burn it.
Williams out of the backfield. The Dolphins
Williams out of the backfield? Come on. Commentary, you're better than that.
18 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 51. Hey, Foxtrot.
Ooh.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Mm-hmm.
Operating from the gun. Weaver escaping the pressure right.
What?
One that's intercepted.
Oh my God.
Near the 5, and he's into the
That's a pick
clear.
6.
The 40, past the 20, and it's a touchdown. 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DB.
I thought he was rushing, and he didn't. I misread that. That is. It's not. Stop. Come on.
A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair
Dang it.
catch is signaled
Okay,
for
okay.
and take it.
Not a big deal. Line's gonna be tired. Okay, well, hear me out. Crazy thought. Oh, God bless. Can I do? Yeah. Just swap that.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Okay, yeah.
Time constraints, we move you forward.
I'm a little salty right now. That's
the third quarter.
It's like the 3rd game in a row that I'm just and it's
our score.
starting to get a little frustrating.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break.
You have 31 yards offensively, and I'm tied with them because of a fumble and an interception. Gonna go hurry up. I'm really hoping those safeties leave the middle of that field wide open. Or try to leave a linebacker back there in zone. Ooh. And I'm seeing Williams get open on the back end of that route. It might be worth a throw, depending on how tired people are getting. I got one more shot out of this formation, and then it's gonna be rotating and moving people around. Yep, there it is. What? Oh, come on. Oh, my God.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
That means I might get Thielen or move Thielen out of the slot.
Weaver flushed out right to the goal
Seriously?
line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
James has got it, complete.
That's fine. I'll take that. And then I'm... Okay.
James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
There we go.
These guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play.
There we go.
And start mad over on their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again.
Seriously?
Nelson space to operate.
Ser
He's got room.
Seriously?
A big run there by Johnson. 43 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get
Give
the
it to him
sense that he's
again.
going around,
I'm gonna
not just in the
smack
pocket,
the
looking
crap
over
out of him.
the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's
Nope.
dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass.
Ooh, they have Breda.
Right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Big play coming
Ooh,
up.
that's a
Here's
problem
3rd
because
and 10.
I would expect to see
Hopkins is in the
some
slot. There we go.
Does come.
I had to
Nowhere to escape, and he
shadow
goes
Hopkins a
down.
little bit. I think he was probably going to look deep. And
In there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That's fine.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get
Now a loose football.
Seriously?
Comes out.
Okay. I'll take that. That's fine.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room.
We'll see if I
It's
can get him
1st
with
and
that
10.
stop and go.
I got you. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Weaver.
Oh, yeah, that stop and go is there.
And down inside the 15, shy of
I
the
watched
10.
that dude get crossed up.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they
Yeah,
run the
Thielen.
first
You know,
down.
I've underutilized Thielen a lot this year, but
some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice
yeah, if
plays
they're
in the
gonna
pass
leave their
game. Now can they
that's
continue
their
to
slot
feed
corner.
off
Who
that?
is a slot corner? That's a
Looking
that's
to
a
throw.
backside.
Weaver. This will be caught at about the 5. And the
Bradley
result
Roby?
here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Onto the end zone
Okay.
for the Dolphin touchdown. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that
I
play.
should have just.
End result, touchdown.
Extra point.
I need to come out in that formation instead of
It's now 21-7.
trying other crap. This,
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I think I'll have a lot more success.
This is taken at the 3.
Nope.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
Get a
this
little
time?
closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Again, it's
There we go.
and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Okay.
Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Watson.
Give me that.
Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Yeah, I'll sit there all day. You're not. Come on.
At the 37-yard line.
Especially if Hopkins is coming over the middle. That's where you're looking. That's where you want to throw that ball.
Throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, check on the ball. 3 down. Check, 55. Check.
throwing on first down. Weaver.
Yep,
He's gonna
touchdown.
take a shot right away for the end zone.
What?
Oh, he had
How do you
6
not
points
catch
in his
that?
hands there, couldn't hang on.
Seriously,
Second
come.
down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around
You know what, next time I'll
this
just...
defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are.
Get aggressive.
No matter what you do to make
Okay.
an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a second throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Weaver dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Throw it, dude.
Get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
That's how we do it.
J.J. Watt in there to drop it for his
J.J.
11th
Watt.
sack of the year. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the
Sit.
worst thing that should result
Who is 95?
for you offensively.
E.J. Hall? B.J. Hall? What? He's got to be like a 3-4 D tackle or DN. Come on. Okay. P.J. Hall at 308. Wow, he has 79 speed. Okay, you know what? I was wrong. I figured there wouldn't be that much speed, but guess I was wrong.
Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Weaver.
Boom.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
I'm still not happy that
With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
that long pass to Gibson wasn't caught, because that was in there.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw the entire time. I'm pretty ticked.
Ahead of time that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go, fellas.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1.
There we go. Good job, Baker. A sack, 2 tackles, an interception.
And that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Yeah, gotta cover that gotta cover that gut.
They're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second. Right side, taken in
Okay,
by
so
his
now I go to my
tight
cover
end.
3.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's Jacob Hollister.
The Texans on 3rd down.
There
Not
we
good.
go.
0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Get off the field.
He finds
Who?
Played.
Bobby, if you jump there, just put a hand up.
To the 35
It's
for the first.
at the very least incomplete.
To the 34. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen
Fullback.
it too many times.
Let's go.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Okay. Drop it into a 3-4
No reason not
kind
to
of
try
look.
it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of. Okay.
36 now, 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Line him.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins.
Yeah, no.
And a 6-yard gain.
I'm gonna get to him at some point.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on second down.
Holding. Please be holding.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
How'd your right tackle go downfield?
Far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on second is Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this
Nope.
one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's
Go back to cover 3. I got enough pressure on him to move him. Boom.
Brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted.
I mean, they're going to go for it. Yep. No, get out of that. There you go. Back to dollar. Okay. So, audible.
Back there, the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, my.
Running back complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now Watson.
There we go.
Pressure now, Watson.
Burn a timeout.
Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
I need to give people some water. Jerome Baker was so sluggish there. I need to watch 48. Seriously? What is going on? Why are people biting on its zone? There, sit.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of...
A one-handed grab between two people.
Mm-hmm. Jacob Hollister, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
Seriously?
Exactly right.
I'm not going to be able to shift people.
1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Oh, no. No, I need to score this. Oh, I got Preston Williams back? Heck yeah.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Stop and go. And that should, yep.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught.
Why?
This is the football, and that should just about do it.
Seriously?
To the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they will not
play
get
for
a
the
chance
sack
to
or the
return
pick.
this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nope.
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, no, that's my ball.
Picked up by Josh Jones, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were
That dude has a big head.
by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Miami, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints.
That was not a pretty game.
This was
Not really a game I'm proud of. A little rough. Oh, good. I got Xavier Howard up. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to up his man because that. Yep, there he is, 90. Kind of sad that he's going to be an 82 over man. Huh. Okay. What's his. God, he's so good. 76 zone. 66 man coverage. I mean, that's not great, but it's not bad. I got week 17 against the Saints. Let's see if I can get anyone an X Factor before playoffs. Oh, Gesicki's back. Definitely gonna leave him on the bench. You know, Jarwin's in. Well, while I'm thinking about that, depth chart. Yeah, I'll take the dude with 91 speed. A little worse acceleration, but I think nickel would be part of the sub package, right? Did I just never move them? No. Okay. Boom. Alright, that's going to be everything. That's going to be it for this video. I'll be sure to watch the next one. It'll be week 17 against the Saints. Thank you for watching.